What is up, y'all? It is a late night for me here. We are in a hell level, level 40 on the Necro, joining the 40s with the Shaman. Actually, the Shaman hit 50. So, keeping pace with the Shaman, I guess. Now the Shaman's 50, now the Necro's 40. And we're here in the Yeti cave still. I camped out here. So we're staying here for a bit. And we're just going to fear kite ourselves some Yetis. You can see we just started the level here. What? Apparently, what is happening? Can we target the Yeti? I wish my pet would be attacking. Anyways. Minor issue. So yeah, we're just going to be doing this. This level, I think the last level took me about 3 hours. So I'm kind of assuming that now that we're in this next level, in the hell level, it's going to take, I think, about 6 hours. That's just an assumption. I don't really know. So we'll see how it goes, but that's what we're gonna be doing. So let's do a round here to get us started, and we'll check in every once in a while and see where we're at. See if we can find ourselves any gems or anything. Let's see how the inventory's doing. I'm kind of full. Kind of full. So we'll see how it goes. I don't really have anywhere to vendor unless I can. I mean, obviously I could run to the over there. I'd rather not. All right, let's just continue to pull these out.
So I got to serve Luke Robitaille yesterday.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, he came in for the last game.
Nice. Like afterwards, or?
But what was that?
Like during the game, he was in there. Like afterwards?
No, he was with me till like the second period, give or take. He was like the first guest in our restaurant.
Nice.
I got him to drink 3 bottles of fucking $500 wine.
Pump that tip.
I certainly did. I think I made fucking $350 just off him yesterday.
Nice.
And I had regulars walk in and hand me $250 in cash. Yeah, it was a very good end to the season.
My friend's a bartender at like a high-end. He's not a bartender. He's a server at a high-end. He is a bartender, but not
out and got fucked up
at the current job he's speaking of.
We closed JT Schmidt's, then we went to fucking Danny K's and closed Danny K's, then we went to the Cherry Pit and closed the Cherry Pit.
Damn. Well, there you go.
Yeah, there was like 10 or 15 of us. It's a big group.
He's gonna get doxxed.
I left my car at my parents' house and had them drive me to work and Ubered home.
There you go. So we got one more room with the 3, and then we get a little bit of med time. And then once the cave is cleared, it's nice and easy to fear kite these guys. I could just fear kite them in their room. I don't have to pull them out, you know, prior to fearing or anything like that. He resisted. Let's pull him back farther anyways. But I figured out with his method, and I believe I went over it in the last episode. Basically, I do one Dooming Darkness, one Life Leech dot, which right now I have Vampiric Curse, which restores my life so I don't have to worry about Lich. And then I just do 2 fears, so Dooming Darkness, Life Leech, sick the pet on him, fear, and the mob's dead.
I think the best part of serving him though was the table next to him. Literally was all Kings fans, and one of the idiots was wearing a Robitaille jersey and didn't even know he was there.
So,
like, how you gonna wear a jersey of one of the most famous Kings and not realize he's sitting right fucking next to you? Suck for him though, because Luke Robitaille's super nice. He would have signed his jersey and everything.
so I pretty much have exactly enough mana to be able to do the entire cave. As you can see, we have 1 more mob left. There's 9 total mobs. There's 2 pats, the 1 in this cubby, and then there's 3 in that room, 3 in this room. And I can even save a little mana if I want by just medding through and not doing a second fear, especially here towards the end where I know I'm going to get a little bit of a med session, because the pet has really good regen and the pet can med himself up, so he can tank and then he can just med up while I med mana while we're waiting for the respawns. There we go. Now 1 more. And we are good to go. Fear this guy one more time. Also, my pet buff. I got a new pet buff, and it lasts 15 minutes or 13 to 15 minutes, depending on like your level. But it'll last the entirety of the cave for me as well, so I don't have to continually rebuff. I could just buff once before my first pull, and then not have to do it again until the cave resets. And that's it. So then what I'll do is run back this way to the front of the cave. The first the first mob that I killed, my lich is wearing off. Let's get that back on. The first mob that I killed, the first pat, spawns at the very entrance of the cave. Right there. So I just go ahead and sit here, and then I just wait for him to spawn, watch the little basketball. When I see him spawn, it's go time. You pull them 1 at a time, and I'm free to fear them wherever I'd like, because there are never more than 1 mob up as long as I keep up. So as long as I can have like 2 minutes right here to med, my lich will get me to full mana, and then I will use the life leech dot to get myself back to full life while I'm fear kiting. That's how we're gonna do it. So let's see what we got. What does that look like? It looks like more than a quarter of a bob. Not quite. I don't know if that's a third of a bob. Somewhere between a quarter and a third of a bob per round. So yeah, it's gonna take a bit of time. But that's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna do this for a little bit. That's not bad considering it's a hell level, actually. Not too shabby. We'll sit here for a while and we'll check back in after we grind for a bit. All right, we are back. I'm sure as you can tell, it is a new day. It is daylight behind me. Oh, the Yeti just popped. Perfect timing to hit record. We're gonna get right in so we can stay on top of our spawns. So we're full clearing the cave, nice and easy. Leaves us a couple of minutes, I'd say like 3 minutes to med back up to full using Lich. You can see my life is pretty low, but it doesn't matter, as we will leech it all back over the course of the next like 3 mobs. Haven't really killed much, I think, since I paused it. Not really sure. It's actually been a couple of days, so I ended up finishing up here. I was, tired or something, and I logged out. Well, let's just start by showing where the XP is. So that's where we are. So now you know how long it's been. I'm not sure. I don't think it's been that long. But then I knew that Saturday was coming. So I was like, Saturday, I'm going to log in and I'm going to play. I'm going to try to get my level. And Saturday came. And, I got that old man early schedule. So I logged in Saturday morning, which now, granted, I'm West Coast. So East Coast is up, when I'm up early, East Coast is like, cool story. It's already like noon or whatever. So, like, I'll wake up at, like, 7 a.m. my time. It's already 10 a.m. over there. And as we know, like, most people in the United States are on the East Coast. Not saying that this is only a United States game. This is obviously a international game. I should probably fear him, huh? But, which even furthers it, right? Because I'm in the West. So we're, like, the earliest... some of the earliest time zones in the world or whatever, if you look at it like that. Not the point. Anyways, the point is, there was a monk in here, level 45, which I got to imagine at 45, some of these Yetis are like 30 to 35, so I got to imagine at 45 everything's green. It has to be, because I was here with the mage at like 40 something, and everything was starting to green out already, and that was before 45. I don't know, but he was in here, and then oh shit, and so I was like, okay, it is what it is. I'll go ahead and go on I'll play my monk for a while, and I'll just start working on my monk. Oh shit, he resisted. This isn't good. Oh no. It ran out just in time. Anyways, yeah, so I was on my monk, and then I was, slash whoing the zone, because I knew who was in here by name. And so when I first came in here, it was 7 a.m. my time. I played my monk a lot, and then I took a break. I went, did some stuff around the house. I kept coming back and, like, slash whoing just to see. Because I wanted to slip in if that person ever left. Went out to eat, came back, checked, still there, okay. Long story short, the mage logs in. All right, so I'll stop playing the monk. We'll get the mage shaman duo going. At some point, it was like, all right, just for fun, I'm gonna keep slash healing. I just want to know, like, if the dude's ever gonna leave at this point, because at this point, it's the evening. I think 9:30 p.m. my time. The mage and I are like, all right, we're gonna go to Skyfire or Skyfire? Yeah, we're gonna go to Burning Wood, which is right next door. So we're like, all right, let's get a port to sorry, we got a plane flying over. Well, let's get a port to. Hold on, I gotta fear this dude. I can't talk and play at the same time, apparently. We got respawns come in a little too quick because I chased that guy down the hall. So now we're off by like a couple seconds. But, anyways, so then we were running through here because we got a port to Dreadlands. We were going to the Burning Woods. So we're running through here. I was like, let's just stop by and see if this dude's just like AFK, like feigned death in the cave or something. And I'm not about to send him a tell or anything. Like, I don't know. I'm not worried about it, right? I'm not that worried about it. Obviously, I'm talking about it and it's in my head. But anyways, so we passed by at 9:30 at night. Dude's in here killing stuff. And I'm just like, oh my god. He was level 46 at this point. He was level 45 when I first checked. And he was 46. And I'm just like, holy moly, like... I don't know, can you imagine? Like 14 hours or whatever of just killing greens. I mean, hey man, whatever. I thought it was kind of crazy. I thought it was kind of crazy. I hope that's not my life as the monk. You know, I hope when I'm in my 40s that I'm not stuck killing greens. That's all. Maybe I'm fortunate enough because I've been able to buy myself some pretty good gear. We got to keep this. Oh, my pet's actually regened pretty good, but we got to keep this guy feared. Anyways, yeah, so it was just kind of like a little, like, almost like a prophecy to me, and I was like, holy crap, I hope that is not my future life on my monk. I do want to come here on my monk, maybe, check it out, but I was planning on coming here at, like, 37 or 36 or something. Not 45. But you never know people's stories, right? Maybe the homies, like, I was watching basketball playoffs all day yesterday. I'm going to do that again today. But... you know, maybe he's just sitting there watching basketball playoffs, trying to just chill, you know? That's how we got last night. So last night was Saturday. Oh yeah, so that's another thing. Saturday was absolutely insane. The server was packed. Every single camp was taken. Like, every single camp was taken. It was crazy. Oh, I should be sending my pet in first. I mean, I talk about this in the actual video, but I'll just talk about it anyways. Like, we went to Velks, we went to the Hole, we went to... So we would slash who these places, and then there would be like 5 people in the Hole. So we're like, oh, let's go to the Hole then. There's only like 5 people there. We could probably kill stuff at the entrance or whatever, because, you know, we're level 50, and, you know, we can't just go too deep in there. And then we'd show up, and then there's like 15 people there, and it's like, wait, what? Like 10 other people came here at the same time, or what's going on? And then, you know, everybody's killing stuff at the front. There's groups going, and they're full, and whatever. And, like, there was a couple different times throughout the night where a group would have one spot, and we didn't want to do that. We didn't want to, like, break ourselves up. So we just chose not to. But same thing happened. We, like, slash who'd Velkators, and there was, like, 5 people there. So we're like, all right, let's go to Velkators. But we hadn't been to the Great Divide before. So we had to take the boat and do that whole thing. It took a long time. But we got our tooth so that we could get ported there now. And so that, you know, that was an accomplishment. And then we went into Velkators, and then sure enough, yeah, there was only like 6 or 7 people there by the time we got there. But they were a full group right there at the zone line. And so we were bummed out because we were hoping that they would be at upper dogs or lower dogs or castle entrance or anywhere but there so that we can kill some mobs. Well, it turns out we were like, well, let's go up the ramp a bit and see if there's like something we can do since the front is camped. And we already came all the way out here. It took us forever. So, did I not fear this guy? So then we were going up the ramp and the named mob spawned and it was invisible, I guess. So it started attacking us. Had a ton of life, had 10,000 life, turns out. But we killed him and he dropped crystal chitin arm guards or whatever, which is pretty cool. It's worth like 1,500 plat, but the monk is thinking about making a rogue, so we're just putting it aside to put on the rogue if that happens. It's wearable by a rogue. And then we ended up leaving there, and we're like, okay, well, let's go check out. Where did we go next? We were like honestly contemplating like, where did we go? Oh, we were contemplating finishing our Seb key. Although everybody in Seb is like, everybody in Sebalus is like almost level 60, but we were like, well, maybe we can kill some stuff at the front over there if we actually finish our key so we can get in there. We got to finish it at some point, but we didn't do that. We checked Karner's Castle, that's right. And KC is just loaded, just super loaded. There's like more people than anywhere at the front of the zone killing stuff. More than any zone. KC's just loaded with people at the front. Long story short, whatever. I've been blabbing for a while now, and obviously I'm not good at multitasking right now. I kind of just woke up to, like, to be candid. But, anyways, right? So, we just couldn't find anywhere. So then we started going to open world places. That's where we belong anyways. We're a duo. We're looking for open world places. So we're looking around. We contemplated, like, do we just go back to freaking Caladim and kill guards? Like, it was so bad. Like, the money's decent, but it was so freaking bad. The XP, I mean, it was really bad. We stuck that out for an entire level. Holy moly, I couldn't do that again. Even then, this time at a higher level, right? So we're like, let's not do that. So this is where we met up. As you can see, I got full life, but I'm down like 60% mana. Pet's hurting. So we met up here. We got about 3 minutes before we redo the circuit here. As you can see, the XP didn't move a whole lot. We were already into our bubble. We killed 9 mobs total. There's 2 Pats, a Cubby, and then 2 rooms of 3, so 9 total. It's not bad though. The platinum here is pretty good. I probably went over this earlier or in my last video. I can't remember because the first part of this video I recorded like 2 or 3 days ago. I just haven't been able to get this camp again. But they drop like 1 to 3 plat, or like 0, I guess 0 to 3 plat each. They do drop gems and stuff. I'm not super lucky with gems. But as you can see, we have gotten some, not bad, but I mean, I've been here a while. These stacks of flowers sell for like 30 plat each for a stack of 20. So that's not bad. Overall, not bad. You can see my platinum and my silver and my gold and everything. It's getting up there. I should probably delete this because I'm way overweight. And I think I'm running slow because of it. Anyway, so we didn't go to Caladim. We were like, screw that. That's going to take a long time. And long time to level. So I got an idea. I was like, well, hey, one, we forgot about Charduk, right? Like, what level do you go to Charduk again? I can't really remember. And my brain, like, I've played on TLPs and on P99, so like my brain gets confused with what level stuff is sometimes. Because I was saying, like, I swear, like on TLPs, Karner's Castle and Dreadlands are like a solid like 5 to 10 levels lower than they are on original and on P99. So like people are going to Karner's Castle at like 40 instead of like 50 on TLPs. So I was like, well, levels, Charduk again. Let's look into it. Let's look it up. So we did, and it's like, it's, I don't know, 50 is probably too low to go there, right? You probably want to be like in your mid 50s. So I was like, well, there's like maybe we can kill the mobs out front because there's a ton of mobs out front or whatever. And I was like, there's a giant fort in Burning Wood. That's on the way. That stuff, you know, is lower level than us. That should be dark blue. Maybe we can take that giant fort. So we ended up going to the giant fort, and actually this is on an upcoming episode, because I think this Necro episode should come out before before this Shaman Mage Duo episode. So spoiler alert or whatever. But we ended up going to the giant fort, and it turned out to be a really good camp. So for anybody out there, the giant fort in Burning Wood, I've been there before on other characters, but it's highly contested. Like, everybody wants that camp, apparently. It's pretty good. They drop a lot of gems. They drop a lot of money. They drop weapons, like leg chopper and stuff like that. They drop Giant Lord's Tunic, which sells for like 63 platinum. I think I got 3 of them. They drop a lot of gems and stuff too. They drop more gems than this Yeti cave, or maybe not. Maybe it's equal, but the respawn is 6 minutes. And there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's like 7 inside and 2 down at the front. So we weren't killing the 2 down at the front. We were letting other people kill those. We were killing the 7 inside. And I mean, you got to kill 7 in less than 7 minutes. You got to kill like 7 in like 6.5 minutes. And you have to figure out how to like measure monitoring that time. But since we're a duo, we figured it out. It took a few rounds. It probably took us like 30, 40 minutes to really get it down. But then we got it down to where we were just going in circles. You're on a carousel. And we killed somewhere probably around 150 mobs in a sesh. And we got a lot of stuff for it. The leveling was great. The XP was like, for level 50, I feel like the XP was fantastic. So if you guys haven't checked that out, check that out. When we got there was somebody up in there killing stuff, so we respected that. But we were killing the 2 mobs at the bottom, because it seems like when you're in there, you don't really mess with the 2 mobs at the bottom of the ramp. So we were killing those, because it's 2 mobs every 6.5 minutes. And then, we're full mana, so let's buff the pet and rebuff ourselves. And then so you got some pats and stuff going by too. So we were killing the pats and whatnot, along with the 2 giants that are down there. So eventually, the druid that was in there said that they're gonna take off. So we went up in there, and like the second we got up in there, everybody and their mom started coming by, and they're just like, "Hey, you want to share some mobs?" And look, so let me explain too. I guess I'm gonna spend this entire episode talking about the shaman. I don't know. I just need, you just gotta. I don't want to sit here in silence. This is what's on my mind, so this is what we're talking about. But I mean, mainly the subject is like Saturdays on this server. This has been like 3rd Saturday in a row that I've really noticed that everything is camped. It's nutty. People are doing yard work and stuff outside. Seems like every time I record a video, people are doing yard work outside. It really does seem like that. So my bad on that. But yeah, Saturdays are just crazy on this server. Like, everybody's off of work, I guess, and then everybody just, everything is camped. You go to City of Mist, there's like 30 people in there. Not that we're trying to go there anymore, but when we were going there was like 30 people in there every Saturday. Yeah, so it's just a little bit tough on the weekends to find your groove. Now, if you're a solo player and you can just like slide into a group, probably. But on these characters, I'm duo. So when the mage and I, our playtime is also Saturday, like everybody else it seems. And so when we're trying to slide into a group as a duo, it's not as easy. Usually they only have like 1 spot, 1 person left. Every once in a while you get lucky. We have been in groups, obviously, City of Mist and stuff like that. Anyways, that's kind of the subject. But most recently, yesterday being Saturday, he resisted me. Yesterday being Saturday, it's fresh on my mind. I might have to pause it here because of all the yard work going on. Dude, yard work was going on all day yesterday, and already it's like early in the morning. We're starting again with the yard work. Well, to finish my thought, I don't even know what it was. I'm already lost. It's packed. That's a good spot. go there. My last thought on it was that like every 5 minutes somebody was rolling up to that camp, like asking us to split the mobs. Oh yeah, that. So for us to find that camp, I told you I listed, we went to all those different dungeons. We were doing all that different stuff, right? And then when we finally sat down and we were like, all right, we're killing things, we're getting XP, we're finally doing it. It had been 3 hours. It felt like back in the day, like back in, 1999, 2000, whatever. It felt like that. Remember back then you'd log in, you're trying to get a camp, you finally get into a group, yada yada, whatever. 3 hours had passed before you're like actually starting to get XP. That's how it was back in the day, for me at least, for myself and my friends. But it felt like that. Like it took forever. We finally got a spot. We're like, Jesus, we finally got a spot. So then we start. Oh shit, it's this guy. Oh shit, I ruined my spawn. I'm gonna get the ad again. So then people kept coming up and asking us to like split the mobs, and we hadn't got a handle on the camp like entirely yet. We were still trying to get our groove on the camp, and we just didn't want to be bothered at this point. We're just like, look, man, like we just got the camp. We've been running around for 3 hours, like like real talk, we kind of just want to be left alone and like we just want to get our XP in, But it felt bad, like, refusing people to be in groups, because we know that they're probably in the same position we are. They've probably been trying to get a group for who knows how long. And, it just felt bad. It felt bad, but that's really how we felt, and we just wanted to chill, and it was late already. Oh, man. See, if I was an ogre, that wouldn't have happened. I'm just saying. What happened? See, I got interrupted again. If I was an ogre, that wouldn't have happened. Real talk, it wouldn't have happened. Come on. But yeah. So we had to refuse person after person after person trying to get up in that thing, but we eventually got it down to where every mob was dead at all times. And then it didn't feel as bad, because it's like, well, we don't really want to add a person at this point because everything's dead. So adding a person is not really doing anything. We don't need mana. We don't need a med. Everything's dead. All adding a person's going to do is reduce our XP. So we did get it down like that. But like I said, it took us like 30, 40 minutes to get it down. Here, let's get on this Yeti. We're a few seconds behind, so we're trying to catch back up here. But yeah, I mean, we were just kind of exhausted and stressed about like how long we were logged in without accomplishing anything. But anyways, so we ended up sitting there for, let's see, it was finally like 9:15 p.m. by the time we got there, maybe 9:30 when we had passed through here. And we sat there till probably about midnight 30, so 3 hours. We sat there for about 3 hours, and at level 50, putting in 3 hours there, I got almost 4 bubbles. I got solid 3.5 yellows, maybe a couple ticks more than 3.5 yellows there, at level 50 in a duo. So I mean, it felt good to me. Like I felt great. I ended up making, I think, like 750 platinum. That was my split. Wait, is that right? No, that's not right. I'm sorry. 750. That's a shitload. That's not right. What did I mean? Hold on. I was doing math in my head real quick, and I used the wrong number there. That's for sure. Maybe I meant 250. Nah, I made a lot. I don't know. Stay tuned. Check out the video to know how much I made. I remember I made like, I think 150 platinum in raw platinum. I think that was the number. Like 150 platinum in, oh, come on, man, in raw platinum. And And then, you know, like I said, I had like 3 giant tunics. Those were like 63 plat. I had a leg chopper. We had some gems and stuff like that. Maybe like 500 platinum, 550 platinum, something like that. It was pretty good. And then the mage made some as well, so probably just about the same. What was that? What's down there? Is that my pet? He's in the ground? What are you doing? So we'll finish out this round here. As my cat comes back in. Hey, buddy. Ye old cat. He's actually young. So as you can see, making our rounds here is going to take some time. I don't think I will level in this session. But we're just going to keep doing this here for a bit. And, you know, that was my Saturday. It took me 20 minutes to explain. Saturday night on P99 green. But that's how it went. We're going to sit here and do this for quite a while. I don't believe we're going to level. Kind of a repeat camp. And we're not going to push this to the level. It's about, I would say this is about 4.5 hours more. I don't think I have time for that. So I do think, I'm trying to think here. I explained my Saturday. I think we'll just go ahead and kind of just end this for now. I'm just going to play maybe for a couple hours, do what I can. And then we'll have to finish up the level on another play session. Hopefully it doesn't take me 3 days to get to camp again. But we are in a hell level 40. So that's why it's going to take so long to get this level. I estimated that it would be about a 6-hour level because the previous level took me almost 3 hours killing Yetis. So I'm assuming it'll be about the same. But I'm just going to go round and round at this camp for as long as I can until I have to leave. And then, you know, we'll see where we're at after that. But that's going to be all for now. We'll go ahead and just end it here and keep it on the shorter end. I've been trying to keep them a little bit shorter because those long videos are just rough. But yeah, so this is about it. We'll see you in the next one where we will definitely get our level in the next one. Get out of this hell level and see if we can't just take off from there. And see if we can't move up to 45 quite quickly. Trying to catch the mage and the shaman so that maybe the necro can get in there with the mage and do something cool one of these days. That would be cool. Alright, so we'll see you guys in the next one.